Last time, Elena was ingratiating herself with the hospital, and Harvey was preoccupied with his supply run and his spying. But the others had their hands full. Yolanda managed to do some business research and meet up with her Mala outside of Elysium. She found the Flying Pig to be a hangout of sorts, and one that her master frequented most nights in the city. She was even greeted warmly when she dropped in on dinner with her husband. That said, Tori was visibly irritated to learn so late of the Giovanni muscling in on the silver mine, lamenting they'd need to ask for help here in the city. Meanwhile, Isaiah saw to some investments that could improve the local colored folks' lives, and meeting with the local Underground Railroad chapter. More eventful was the following night, wherein they received the book and a letter from Mr. Kang. He thus learned the details of that pet Anglo that his Chinese ally controlled, as he was being called to move to Sonoma for their political endeavors. The man at the mansion was a stuttering, meek sort, and he complied immediately at the carrot dangled to him, a chance to see his son. With that ugly business done, Isaiah made the handoff, receiving Dwight back in exchange for the books as promised, and even receiving some tutelage from the older Tremere, Otto. Said old librarian even revealed some of the details of those ancient books, of the lizard men and the dragons that ruled before humans were ever a factor on this planet. The old windbag seems to revel in any talk of history. It was with that Yolanda and Tori schmoozed him, in fact, later at Elysium. That and more feminine assets. They discussed their little problem, and eventually got him to hand over a repellent necklace that would keep ghosts at least a few meters away, as well as a pledge that he would send for help, that a Tremere of sufficient skill would arrive within the week at Sonoma. Meanwhile, Isaiah tried to work some deals of his own, not making any real friends, but finding some profitable business that could be done in metals and real estate, a fact that caught the prince's attention, even his praise. That prince, Ingrata Sinclaud, was dressed much like a knight in plate armor, and he spent 90% or more of his evening engaged in fervent conversation with an equally strange man, Verdnar, dressed like a Viking, and seemingly equally infused in all chatter with his old friends. Still, Yolanda managed to break into the combo, bowing low, getting a literal and metaphorical pat on the head for it, before making her quick introduction, and providing Isaiah with a foot in. With that, the coterie mates discussed their next move, right up until a mangy, hair-covered loudmouth in a black robe arrived, bellowing about the delusions of the Camarilla and his own satanic faith. He then set his young ward on the crowd and hit the bar. Isaiah managed to chat a bit about the faith with the young one, who even revealed how this elder vampire saved him from both enslavement and his horrible parent, as well as the fact that he was now a ghoul. From there, all that happened was a chat with a bat-faced Nosferatu named Chris, who let slip just before shuffling off that there would be an after-party just out of town. Isaiah made his way there while Yolanda continued her work with the other half. He found a humble poker game of many restrained rapists, murderers, and other associated assholes lined up like a buffet, as well as many kindred unsatisfied with the Camarilla. There was much discussion, but we ended on the most promising note. The promise Conehead made, that he could save the kids currently held hostage. He advised Isaiah to summon Elena in haste. That was at 2 a.m., March 21st. But let's start with Yolanda, because something happens at Elysium. Is she, at 2 a.m., still just hanging on Otto's arm with her sire?
Yeah, you mean her mama?
Allah, right?
Yeah, she's still arm in arm with her mala, and still following her orders to stay by her side.
Which is mostly just standing still, looking pretty, and listening to this old bald man talk endlessly about all manner of things, currently dragons, and how their weakness to precious metals led to them being valuable in the modern age. But,
And also learning how to blend in Elysium and basically learn Elysium etiquette as well.
sure, trying to get a feel for that.
Hmm.
But after about a half hour, 2:30, Prince Claude calls out to clear the floor. All right. Time for the main event of the night, I'd say. And what a treat we have this year. A newcomer. Fresh eyes who I hope nobody has corrupted. He turns to look at you, Yolanda.
Hello.
Yes, hello. I'm quite curious what someone who's only just met us thinks at a glance. Who is stronger? Who do you think will win the night's duel? Me or Verdnar? He slaps the Viking beside him in the chest, both of them staring at you with eager enthusiasm.
Well, in my view, it all depends on age, because I've heard the older you get, the stronger you become. I think it would be you, my prince.
And what will you wager?
Uh, what do you want me?
Wager! Gambling makes all competition more fun. What will you bet that I best Verdnar in our duel?
She looks at her mala.
She leans in and says, Money will do as long as it's at least, I don't know, 20,000. You could also offer a boon as betting.
Uh, a, a trivia boom?
And give me just a charisma persuasion or charisma etiquette roll, something like that, to see how he takes that.
Mhm. I do have my looks. 4 successes.
And in that case, he just gives a little chuckle at that, like, haha, hedging your bets, are we? That's fair, that's fair. You don't know me or him, really. No. But, without further ado, back up now. All of you, back up! And
He backs up.
the entire crowd moves to follow, kind of leading around the edges of the room, but mostly just making way around that window that makes for a dramatic backdrop. The fight begins with surprisingly little fanfare. The two separate by a meter or so. The crowd forms a circle around them. Weapons are drawn, and then in a flash, the two collide. Verdnar hits first, his heavy axe denting the breastplate and ringing the metal like a bell. The prince swings back with his longsword, missing and catching another blow in the leg, the axe barely budging his unarmored limb, even despite the speed of his swing. The prince makes his first successful blow into his opponent's shoulder. The first cry of pain rings out as it cuts deep. Again, the heavy Danish axe flies, and again it hits hard enough to cleave stone, only to barely cut an inch into the prince's arm. The prince takes advantage of the stuck blade to skewer his friend. The blade fully pierces through his torso, lifting him off the ground and then pulling free messily. A single hand is raised as Verdnar hunches, huffing, and the prince laughs jovially, long enough that his opponent is joining in as he stands up. It seems the victory is mine this year. Well fought, my friend. Yes, well fought. Gods, I need a drink. Yes. Let's hit the bar. I still haven't tasted that new soup with melancholy base. And with that, the entire crowd seems to move to the bar at that. The limited seats quickly selected by more prominent members as the chatter resumes.
She looks at her mala like,
Tori laughs. Seems I owe you a small boon. Most people made their bets in advance, dear. He was just curious. He wasn't lying to you, as he said. You're new. You've never seen either of them fought. He was curious who you thought would win.
I guess I guessed right.
Yeah, it was definitely the smarter bet. Even if he was weaker, it's smarter to bet on the prince, you know.
Hmm. Wait a minute. I thought he was strong.
He is quite strong. Did you see him taking those blows? He has fortitude on par with an elder.
Just out of curiosity, what clan are they?
You ask your Mala that?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, the prince is of Entru. His friend Verdnar there is a Bruja.
Oh,
Those blows you saw, that strength he carries, that's a discipline of the vampiric society too. It's called potence. That man could crush rocks with his bare hands.
the Viking, right?
Yes, the prince does not have such powers. He just has incredible fortitude, at least to my knowledge. Probably a
Hmm,
few other tricks.
I see. But this has been very educational. educational,
I would hope so.
And
It's your first meeting.
I'm learning quite a lot here this night. the etiquette, the twists, the surprises, and I still have much to learn from.
That's probably the most important thing to remember, dear. You do still have much to learn. You haven't lived a century. You're a baby by our society standards.
I know. You did tell me that. You tell me and my coterie that. Is her
You know,
husband
it's
still
really
there?
frightening. In the grand scale, this city, San Francisco, it's new too. Our prince, he's a few centuries old, but there are ancient cities across the country, across the sea. People who make him look like a baby. Uh,
Like what kind of city?
oh, you know, the truly ancient ones like, Beijing, a few in Europe. London has quite a powerful force as well. And of course, you already know, at least to some extent, about Rome and those cities.
Mhm. What about Mexico? What about Mexico?
Uh, I think most of their elders died when the colonization happened. Camarilla didn't really think they could work together or play nice with the people, the kindred who were already established over here, the older ones. Better to start clean.
And his friend is strong as well?
Oh, yes, I mean, I think perhaps 500 years. I didn't, as I've told you, it's not the smartest thing in the world to ask, and it's not smart to sleuth around a prince either, so
I'm not.
I couldn't
I'm
tell you
not.
for sure exactly, but I think they're both about 500 years old.
That's not a lot.
They'd just barely be, well, not barely be, but they'd just be Ainz in Europe. New World brings new opportunities, even for our society. Now, we shouldn't try to stay close to Otto. He might think of another trick or two to offer us if we please him.
Okay, I will follow your lead.
There's a few hours left. Feel free to order a drink or a meal while we wait. I mean, you won't eat better anywhere else, I reckon. This country's rubbing off on me. Reckon. Strange word.
And there's something I want to tell you.
Hmm?
Uh, it can wait till we're in private.
If you say so. You can
And
share a carriage home after the party.
I don't
And
want
with.
to.
Go ahead.
I don't want to upset your husband.
Oh, it's alright. Richard, I feel bad for him sometimes, the world he's dragged into, everything that he's involved with now, but he understands, as he said to you. He knows the stakes of the game I'm playing.
But you care for him, do you?
Of course I do. I've been married to the man for almost 100 years.
Oh, 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 oh. I'm, I am. And you can see she turned red with a little bit of
Yes, you
embarrassment.
do know that feeding Vitae to a mortal halts the aging process. Has no one brought that up to you yet?
I, yeah, yeah, I've, you did tell me that a bit, and Richard did, and your husband did explain it to me a bit. So
Is it rattling you that Richard is older than you, even being a mortal?
yeah, I'm, if you need me, I'll let you know. I think I'll take a carriage with you,
Of course, of course.
and I'm gonna
And
go make
Richard is
some.
not important enough to actually have a seat at the bar, but he's just standing a couple meters away respectfully at this point while you have your conversation with her.
Yeah.
You know, he was keeping his distance before while you were schmoozing Otto, too, mostly just kind of hovering around the prince.
So Elon, Elon is basically at the bar trying to mingle more, drink in hand, and trying to basically build some connections with other kindred here.
What's your favorite kind of blood? I mean, now's the time to
Sanguine,
have it if you.
sanguine.
Sanguine. Right, right.
Mhm.
That's easy enough to harvest, but as you're discussing that, we'll hop back over to
Mhm.
go to the other half, where Isaiah, I assume you were going to go fetch Elena at the end of last session?
Yes.
And after a couple steps, wait up a sec. Your little bleeding heart mother brother ain't gonna come. Apparently the hospital is flooded and in desperate need of her help or some shit. Lots of folks with hypothermia, head injuries, just blah 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 blah. Wrathy rabbles out.
Do you know what happened to cause so many people to need help?
Ooh, I could tell you for Nibs interrupts him. Yeah, no, it makes sense. I'm sure the harvest was heavy to get ready for Elysium, and all the desperate folk knowing where all those rich folks are, clashing with their security.
Oh, makes sense.
And the Satanist guy, whose name you haven't asked, also pipes up. I may have sent a few dozen people into the harbor or off on long walks or otherwise injured passing through the city as well. Fucking bloodbags just can't mind their own business when a fella walks on the street with his ward. I'm all in. Shoves his chips in the box.
I'll call.
And you win a couple $1,000, which you're not going to bother counting, because he had a, pair of kings and you had a straight. Said he is not good at poker.
Conehead, what's your plan
Yeah.
to get those children back?
2 kids, right? Well, it's not really that complicated. The secret ingredient is violence. Swift, decisive violence. I'll head back to Sonoma with you. Make myself imperceptible just when the ghost comes into view. You'll tell the ghost that, I don't know, you found the Holy Grail, but you'll only speak in person. Pull up, look nervous, look impatient until he shows up. I jump him. If I can't beat him down, combined, I'm sure we can. Then we just dominate him, the discipline, into taking us straight to the kids, straight back, then kill him.
He possesses the same discipline. Is that not a concern?
Not really. You don't have more powerful dominate then. Nobody from your crew?
None of us have that ability to my knowledge. The closest would be Yolanda's persuasiveness.
No. Seldu can help then. For a price, naturally. Strongest dominate I've ever seen. That's me, the Satanist guy says, waving to you.
All right. I don't suppose you would take money.
For this, like I said, I don't need money. I got that dominate discipline. I can go wherever the hell I want.
What would you want?
Major boon will do. Same. Conehead adds.
Are you sure $100,000 wouldn't be enough? I'm concerned giving out boons.
Yeah, persuasion something.
Like, come on, I'm willing to give you fabulous riches.
10 million is a lot, and these people aren't super rich.
That there. 2 successes.
With 2 successes, Saldu gives you a flat no. Conehead says 100 grand and a silver weapon.
I'll provide you with the silver. You'll have to find someone to make the weapon for you.
I think that's a much easier task for you than me, Fields.
What kind of weapon?
Something blunt. Something I can hit real hard with.
A silver club. That will be easy enough.
Hammer of some sort, or mace, or morning star, but you do you. I'm not picky.
I can arrange for that. It's only an ingot of silver and someone to make it into a weapon.
Glad you're on board. There's really no downside. Giovanni is already a potential enemy, a problem. Taking one of their bishops off the board won't make your situation any worse. I mean, you were already worried about them coming to kill you if you're smart.
I'm gonna look at the Satanist
You hate them.
That'll
and
do.
Saldu. Instead of a boon, I'd give you the item he uses to travel. You'd have to figure out how to use it.
Yeah, that'll do. I was gonna say, you could probably get a ransom out of that dagger if you're smart.
I have no idea what happened to him. Someone used me as a trap to get to him. That's going to be the story, at least.
However you want to spin it. I'm not. I'll probably head back here after he's dead. All my stuff's here. My herd.
All right. I'll need the others ready for this. Would mortal weapons help at all?
Potentially. I'm confident I could take this guy alone. I'm betting my life that I can take him with your help. Your coterie.
There's something I want to learn from one of Otto's books. It would take me about a week. But if we succeed, I'd like to have it.
What? Take him prisoner? Don't kill him?
No, I want to learn a ritual. I think a trophy would be a nice prize from this.
Gotta take what you can in this life.
I'm assuming it's nearly sun up, but the next day I'm wanting to go to the library and talk to Otto about using his space for about a week before I return.
Right, so you tell him you want to leave Hope for Sonoma in about a week?
Yes.
I can manage that. But, before, if you're uneasy or have questions, now's the time to ask. He points at Nibs. There's plenty to eat after all for her.
Can you generally predict how things will go, or what sort of questions can I ask, Nibs?
Nibs says, well, I can ask pretty much any question I want, and I usually get answered correctly. My Auspex is pretty powerful.
Would we succeed in that fight?
Well, that's just stupid. I mean, you don't think frickin' Conehead here has already asked? Conehead and me are tight. He brings me a lot.
Fair enough. Who will Tori bring to help her control Sonoma?
Okay. She walks off into a corner of random ass junk and picks up one of those pieces of junk, which you look closer to see is a gray taxidermized cat. It looks stiff. She repeats the question, or something softly to it, holds it to her ear. Tori is going to bring some native gangrel who's infatuated with her, and she's going to get some Tremere to help her out too.
Interesting. Tremere are the ones that use magic, correct?
Like Otto. I mean, theoretically anyone can use magic, but Tremere is what's known for it in the cam.
That's quite a lot of force, though.
You know that, what's his name? Bloodhound's the native guy. He is pretty dangerous in fights. Has a pretty big pack of animals he can call on, too.
Where does
But-
White Wolf stay? Can you ask that question?
Where does White Wolf live most of the time?
Yes.
Whisper, whisper, whisper. He is constantly on the move.
Darn.
Many his kinds do that, They deliberately move so that and try not to keep a pattern to it because they don't want to be noticed. She picks up one of the bodies now after having used her power twice, and actually Otto or Conehead rips the hands off of one of them and she starts eating them, crunching down on the bones.
Do you think you could check one more for me?
5 sets of hands. You can do a couple more.
Where would be the nearest remnants of Burris's bandits? An organized group of them.
Nearest organized group from Burris's bandits. Who the hell is... Whisper, whisper. About 2 clicks east of Sonoma. Not too far. I can draw an X on a map if you want.
Please do. I need men that are used to fighting if I can get them working for me.
That does raise the question. What does your defenses, your castle, look like, Isaiah?
I have two high-end cannons with explosive shot.
And what? Wooden wall?
Stone.
Hmm.
I hired masons for it. I'll
Roof.
likely need a second eventually.
By the mine. The roof, maybe? Do you have a roof over the mine?
Over the mine itself, no.
I can get in easy then.
Ah, perfect. If you go deep
One of
enough into
the
the mine, there is a manor carved into it from the previous occupant. You're welcome to stay there.
Might take you up on that. See what town looks like.
Not as many amenities as here, but you'd get by in Sonoma, I'm certain. Although your pickpocketing may go noticed sooner.
Feeding is a bigger concern. But I'll figure something out. Like I said, I don't aim to stay too long. A week
Very
from
well.
today, you said we leave?
Yes. I want to arrange for the purchase of a few properties and then study some of Otto's tomes.
And Otto does pipe up, like, yeah, that'll be fine if you want to linger around the library a little while longer, now that you're a part of the Camarilla. Several of, at least the ones you're reading so far, you can keep reading.
Thank you. I'm interested in, I believe they called it the Ashen Relic. It allows us to preserve one of our bodies.
Be quite useful, I suppose. Most of my rituals are just about defensive magic, wards, and the such. But I know a few fun things too, evidently, he says, just gesturing to himself.
There are other ones. There's one to create minions out of flesh, but I don't think I'd have
Create
time
minions
to
out of flesh just by feeding someone your blood, Isaiah. Just
something
joshing.
more customizable, let's say. The pinnacle of it would be a flesh golem, but the lower is called a homunculus, I believe.
Fascinating. Yes, what is it? Giovanni isn't overly familiar to ours. They tend to guard their rituals, but we have a few. I'm glad we have some resources for you.
Perhaps I can tell him that his first payment is ready and ask him to bring some tomes so I can expand the operation.
Yeah,
That should be a good enough carrot.
Just make sure we're doing this quickly. You know, the longer we wait, the bigger the risk. Giovanni, they have aspects too.
Understood.
Chances are we're getting away because he underestimates you. Because you're young. Story of their whole Camarilla, really. Or all elders, perhaps. Hey, fuck you, Saldu says.
Well then, do we have time for one last
fountain before I... Shut up. I'm bored. Do you all still want the fountain before I go? Rathu asks, standing up. There are a few murmurs of agreement before you can ask what that's meant, and with that, Rathu points a finger at the last living mortal in this now blood-soaked cave, makes a silly pew sound that gives way to the sound of rapids, or dam breaking, as the hostage's head pops off and creates a torrential spray of blood flying into the air. Most of the participants open their mouths wide to enjoy the brief rain before the twitching, shaking, headless body falls forward. But is it the first time you felt this much blood on your skin? The warmth, the wetness, for a few precious moments it feels like you're alive, or your body is alive again. But it's over. And Rathu is gone.
I can see why he can make so many deals.
Yeah, Conehead can do that too, but you know, it's a little tricky, even with potents, to make it spray like that.
Just be
one
careful.
of these days you should take a bath in blood. It's a nice sensation if you can make it happen.
I
Almost
see.
as good as a bath when you're alive.
Just be careful. He can travel farther the more he is fed. Had we not been so desperate and made deals with him, he wouldn't have even been able to leave the mine.
He's already here, though. Who cares if he hits the next cities over? If anything, that gives him less attention on here, on my home. Nibs answers.
Fair enough.
Right. He is only... He's only useful to you because you didn't have a seer you could work with. He's not that useful here.
I see. Well, one more hand before sunup, then?
Yeah, I'll eat them all. We still got 3 hours, and I'm just crashing here anyway. Probably shouldn't have told you that, but yeah, fuck it, I think it'll be alright. With that, unless there's anything else you want to do with the last hour as people fizzle out and leave, we'll jump back to Yolanda. And specifically, we'll jump back to you boarding into the carriage with your Maola, Tori.
Yeah. Yolanda would first go to her driver and say, "You can go home."
Sure.
I don't want to keep him there
Hey.
waiting all night.
Give him his sign off. Like I said, it is something of a party even outside this library. There's a whole street lined up with a bunch of little carriages and rides and horses, and the servants and guards seeing to them.
Yep. And once she bids her driver farewell, she will go in the carriage with her Molo.
Relatively well, all things considered.
Mm-hmm.
Not positive we'll be able to save those children hostages, but we have more than enough force to handle a Giovanni now.
Yeah. I'm still concerned about that weapon he wields that basically cut a hole to open another place.
You tell her again about that weapon. She says something like, well, she'll roll the colt, why not? Hell was her. Whatever, she says. Well, it's not so uncommon for Giovanni to be able to enter into, well, the Weaver's realm, they would probably call it, but I don't know if that's the dagger that he does that with. That might just be his own power. Not sure what exactly that weapon does, but if I had to guess, that's how he zips around the world. We'll bring it to Otto, have it studied good and proper once the deed's done, taken care of. You know, presuming his little assistant coming into town can't handle it himself.
Yeah. Still, I just hope we don't get more heat from that hunter.
You can't trust the Giovannis not to cut you out or try to kill you anyway. It's better to show strength.
I know. I'm just trying to figure out how to do this without drawing that hunter's eye on, because he's already staying in my bar. Don't want to draw too much attention, and I'm doing everything to leaving no traces so that he would leave quickly.
Yes, he seems like a stubborn old fool. Or maybe he has some way of knowing that there are some in the city. We can't be sure. If he's still there by the time we get back, maybe I'll just have him killed myself. I mean, he's not hiding the fact he's rich, and it's not that hard to make a fake motive or send someone with a gun to ambush him.
Yeah, but I just wish that mm, it's just that I'm just trying to not. I'm just trying not to offend you, and just trying to survive.
Of course, dear, that's all any of us can really try to do. It's a dangerous world, more dangerous than you ever knew until recently.
And she'll look at her husband. Are you faring okay?
Oh, I'm sure everything will work out well enough. Dory's a sharp one, smart woman. She knows how to play this game, and Shear's clan is respected in the Camarilla. She has plenty of friends on high places.
But no offense for asking, but why haven't you been uh embraced like us? If it's okay to
Well,
ask.
you can. And, you know, we've talked about it. My beloved here, she did bring it up, but, you know, a mind changes when it's embraced. It becomes more selfish, more calculating. I might not be as good a husband if I was embraced. So I don't want to be.
Oh, I can respect that.
Besides, what's the point of living forever if I don't live without her anyway? If she dies, I'd want to go too.
I guess you two are madly in love.
Of course, I love my wife. And, you might be suspicious, obviously more so to the other end, but Tori looks at him adoringly, and she seems genuinely affectionate of him, too.
Oh, oh, I, I don't want to offend you both, though.
You want to know something really remarkable about this one? Tori asks, squeezing her husband's leg.
What is it?
I swear, and I was with him a good few months before I ever fed him my vitae. I swear he barely acted different in the slightest after becoming my ghoul.
How did he acted originally?
He acted completely enthralled and amazed by me, completely in love. Like he was my soulmate.
I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure that it's a very good love story that I'd like to hear.
The beginning's not so interesting, but I'm well aware of how lucky I am. I believe this is your stop, though. Looks like Mr. Fields might already be home.
All right. But there is something I do want to ask you, but when we're alone, though.
Richard. And he lets himself out and just kind of walks away a bit. Lights up a smoke.
Are we alone?
Yes.
Okay. I won't lie. You have been a good teacher, and I am grateful for everything. And I kind of have the urge I want to kiss you, but I'm not going to because I don't want to offend you.
Smart, dear. Everyone's at least a little bit in love with me. Surely you can relate. Even more so since you turned.
I still want you to teach me, and I will do everything I can to make you happy to to stay on your good side.
Oh dear, that might be the Vitae talking, but yes, you and I are linked, and that's a wonderful, beautiful thing, dear. But I'm happily monogamous, so you take care of your more prude or lecherous needs elsewhere. All right?
All right. I'm not trying to be lecturous. I'm
You, dear, you're not my first ghoul, and you won't be my last. I understand. Don't stress too much about it.
Thank you, and I will. If I learn anything else,
Keep
I
me
will
posted. That's right.
keep you posted. I'll keep you posted by your husband or you. If you need me, you know where to find me.
You could also
She'll,
drop information off at basically any of the major brothels if you wanted. At least, if you talk to the heads of them.
of course, and she'll.
Just in case it would ever be inconvenient or awkward to go by my manor.
Of course. Thank you again. And she would like to kiss her hand as a sign of respect,
She
or her
lets you
ring,
and waves you off.
and she'll exit out the carriage and head inside the haven.
Coda
Or,
reunites, minus Elena and Harvey. But Harvey is pretty new to the coterie anyway.
uh, hey Isaiah.
How did things go after I left?
It went. It kind of went. Sorry about the background noises.
You're fine.
You're good.
So as I was saying, the Elysium went rather well. The two princes dueled, and I
Oh,
think I got and the one prince managed to surpass the Bruja because he's been true,
I
and
see.
I think I got a trivia boon from our prince. Due to they wanted to know who would win, they would ask me who would win first, and I made the smart choice of betting of telling the prince he would win.
I see. Mostly we just played poker, but
But
Conehead is willing to help us with the Giovanni.
oh, speaking of the Giovanni, I also managed to get help. We're going to get necklaces that will ward off ghosts from a
When she
distance.
says plural, she means literally two, which she holds out.
Two. Hmm?
Yes, there were two in total that he gave you before you left.
Oh, here,
I
take
wonder
this.
If this
And
works when not
only way to
being
find,
worn,
only one way
as
to
we
It
could,
find out.
does.
it does.
And she does.
He said you could hang this on a doorway or on someone's neck, so you know it doesn't need to be like connected to a person to work.
We could put this at the entrance to the mine, prevent it from ever coming down. We would always have
Okay.
privacy then.
Okay.
He also told you probably, sorry, I should have mentioned this earlier, ghosts can just phase through walls and dirt and or phase through like wooden walls or even stone walls pretty easily. That's not gonna deter them, but they can't go through dirt or mountain or earth. So like if you put it
Oh.
at the edge of the mountain, it would keep it out of the mine unless it find another tunnel
Oh.
in.
Well, ghosts, they can go through anything except they can't go through earth or mountains. So if you put this by the entrance of the mines, they won't go through it.
That is perfect.
Also, we're gonna get another assistance as well.
Oh, what kind of assistance?
Our new warlock is going to send someone to help us.
Warlock?
The guy you were speaking in the library.
So,
Otto?
Otto, right.
All right then. That will definitely be useful. I'm going to
Yeah.
impose on Otto for some time to try and learn some of this magic.
Wait, who wants to learn magic?
I do. It'll
Well,
take
Are you deliberately not
time.
mentioning the whole Otto was also at the after party thing, Isaiah? Or
I am deliberately not mentioning. He'd probably appreciate
okay,
that.
sure, makes sense. With that, is there anything you do with your last hour or two of sunlight or night?
I don't think so.
Find a corner and hovel in the basement then, and you can rouse
Yolanda.
as you go ahead.
And before that, Yolanda does change out of the dress and
Sure,
put on
save your nice
nightwear.
clothing.
Yeah, put on nightwear.
But then we can rouse for 7 p.m. of March 21st as you read the next night.
I'm good.
Without fail.
But by the way, Isaiah, you should have.
Yes.
You should try the blood. You should try the sausage. You should try the blood sausage there. Very good.
I'm not
Next time.
quite so certain I want to start eating people so directly.
Well, the blood was still good.
That it was. Now, I wish to try and purchase a few buildings in the city. I'm thinking we can have some apartments here, mostly for the colored people, but leave one or two open for us when we visit.
I think I'm gonna see if I can buy another bar for to try to open up. Try to get into the restaurant and club, the restaurant and bar business here in the city, and maybe establish a haven for us on those locations. On one of those locations, though.
Urge to have a backup.
Hmm.
Is that all you want to? Nothing more specific you want to talk about? You want to spend your week or so? I'm asking if we get in speed up or if you want to continue going a day at a time as you look into property here in San Francisco and study at the library.
I'm fine with speeding it up. I realize I made a mistake. I can't take Ashen Relic because it's level 2, so I want to instead burn that time working towards Homuncular Servant.
Noted. And that only
Yolanda,
takes a week. It's a level 1, whatever. So
It's a level 2, so I wouldn't be able to finish, I don't
so it
think.
technically takes 4 weeks, but I'll let you do the other 3 weeks at home. If you spend a week here, like taking notes and looking at the books and shit.
yeah,
Alright.
Yolanda is gonna invest in some restaurants, buy property, as well as spend time with her Mala if she's still in town, learning from
Well,
her.
before your the hunger dice we used to reflect a week like last time. I'll have you roll a finance intelligence or finance. I'll let you lose charisma or something to try to look into property, buying stuff in here.
Charisma Finance, you said?
Yep, you too, Yolanda, since you're doing basically the same thing.
2 successes.
You don't get the best deal or anything, but you do find a bar for sale relatively close to the part of town where G is making his little empire.
4.
Or you probably want to use finance intelligence or something, right? Not charisma.
It would be just 1 dice difference, so I'll just roll that one manually. So that makes 5 successes.
And with that, in only a week, you have fairly significant projects underway, including one new apartment actually open for business and making you money. And none of this is, you've done it with 5 successes, enough that none of this is going to hurt your current cash flow or knock you below 4 resources. If anything, it just basically means you're going to get to 5 resources quicker.
All right.
And in addition to the material benefit of, owning property, including a few empty apartments you have on lock here in the city next time you're back.
And I'm not going to say it's exclusively, but it's definitely going to be targeted towards the colored community. Because I feel like apartment buildings kind of naturally segregated themselves at this time.
Well, yeah, I mean, if colored people are staying somewhere, you'd have to be pretty desperate to stay there if you weren't colored, but that is neither here nor there. You don't openly aggregate segregation, but the fact that you're advertising to that part of town means that you're probably not getting any of the dominant racial caste. But their money still spends, and you get that done, you get your research at the library done. And one thing that does happen while you're at the library, Isaiah, doing your studying, is Otto does interrupt you, probably the day after Elysium, in fact, just say, excuse me, Mr. Isaiah.
Yes, sir.
I obviously didn't want to say anything in front of Miss Tori, but that Tremere that I said is going to come rejoin you, I take it you don't really need him with, the backup you already have coming.
I honestly don't believe so, as nice as it would be to have the place warded.
Yes. I'll just blow off the whole ordeal then. If Miss Tori asks, I'll say it's running behind, and by the time, it'll be clear you don't need him before I ever have to produce one.
That sounds like a plan. I doubt
Like I
you'll
said,
ever...
I would be confident, young man. I mean, obviously you should always be on guard, especially when dealing with your elders, but I think between the 3 of you, it wouldn't be any real challenge, especially with all the prep work, with all the conversations with Nibs they had making this plan.
May I ask? You don't have to answer, of course. Is it your Tremere magics that let you be in 2 places at once?
That is a secret that I do not give lightly. This is quite a power, isn't it?
It is. It helps tremendously with running the operations in the mine if I could actually be seen in the day.
It's kept me from the final death many a times, trust me. It's a lot easier to take out one than 2 at the same time, especially a frail old bastard like me.
I see. Someday I'd like to try and learn some of your side of magic as well, but that's far in the future, I fear.
Oh, my sire would skin me alive if I taught an outsider. And besides that, I don't want to disappoint him. You know, the Tremere, since you know, we have a very, very special systematic structure. It's the reason why we're so tight-knit, so organized, able to keep our magic our own. It's called the Pyramid.
Tell me about it. I have not heard about it too much.
Oh, it's not really very complicated at all. You understand the blood bonding process. How you can feed another kindred your vitae and they'll become increasingly loyal and infatuated to you.
Yes, I'm aware.
Our clan understands the true value of that mechanic and uses it to its fullest. Every Tremere, or 99%, the ones who break it or refuse to do it, get hunted down. Every Tremere, casually speaking, is fully bonded to their sire. Their entire existence, all the way up to just a handful of Tremere, 3 in total, back in our home city, where our clan originated. Our highest elders. They are the only Tremere in the city that is in the pyramid that are not fully bonded to the Tremere above them that sired them.
That is fascinating. Doesn't the lack of free will, though, cause issue for any of you?
Well, you have to be careful who you induct into the society, of course. The anarchs and the naysayers, they like to say every Tremere is a slave to their sire. And perhaps that's true, but the Tremere introduce people who are happy to be part of something greater, happy to be part of a cog and machine. I mean, individually, there's only so much one can do. As a group, there's look at everything I have acquired, everything I've learned. It was a worthy trade to give away my freedom, as some would say.
I've heard said that you have a collective home, a chantry. Would that be this library then?
Well, that's more a matter for established cities, old cities. San Francisco, oof. We are very sparsely populated, as you may infer. But, you go to some European cities or even some Asian ones, you'll see a chantry or a city with a dozen Tremere. And yes, they will stay in the same place. They'll work together. They trust each other in a way other clans do not.
Should you ever have a younger Tremere that is needing a place of their own, I would be willing to provide them property in Sonoma.
I don't think we're setting up even the humblest beginning of a chantry in Sonoma anytime soon, Hassan, even with that silver mine. Not to diminish your accomplishments.
I think it's the perfect time to plant a seed, but it is your choice in the end.
Maybe I can take a pupil of my own if anyone sticks out. Or a childer, if you prefer. Honestly, the idea never appealed to me that much, but if it's a use to the pyramid, I can at least float the idea.
I am curious, have any mortals ever used magic like ours that you know of?
Oh, it is theoretically possible, but honestly, the kind of mage that could replicate the powers of our blood will have easier ways than using our rituals of getting the same effects. Mortals can make wards the same way we do, it's just not the same spell. It's not the Tremere blood magic, it's their magic.
I was thinking to try and induct Dwight into these magics. He'd be
You have
useful
reason to
in
believe
helping me
he's
study it.
brilliant or of remarkable will, or it's even with training, it's less than 1 in 1,000 that can do magic, Mr. Fell.
I believe he is incredibly intelligent and lacked opportunity to express it.
Fate is cruel that way. I think this is a lost cause. I would not waste resources. I will not waste resources trying to teach this friend of yours magic. I saw how slowly he went through books that I brought him.
Then perhaps I will teach him what I learn alongside me.
Perhaps you can embrace him one day if you play your cards right and make yourself useful to the Camarilla.
Perhaps, if that is what he wants in the end.
I have my duties to attend to. Good reading, Mr. Fell. Let me know if I'll check back in before the week's up, if not the day.
All right, then.
Away he goes. And let's go ahead and have those hunger rolls. Yolanda, you can go first. As I said, just make the normal roll for your predator type. You need at least 2 successes or something bad happens, and this will decide how hungry you got over the course of the week.
Alright, predator roll?
Yes. I think for you it's like charisma, manipulate charisma, something.
Alright, charisma and persuasion, or subterfuge.
Isaiah rolled fairly
I'm gonna-
poorly, but what?
Gonna use awe as well.
Right.
So
With 2 successes, you don't have a major fuck up because of frenzying or trying to hunt and failing, but you aren't able to get any of your new acquaintances in on the feeding, and you're probably gonna have to buy some more oxen or pigs or something.
I'll
you're at
spend the
hunger
money to get down to 1.
And Yolanda, you're at hunger 2 at the end of this week then, says you're not having
4.
much trouble pulling men into your room or something.
So 2 hunger, you said?
Yes.
Alright.
And with that, I'll officially say it's the 28th of March, 7 p.m. As you rouse for a new night, it might finally be time to return to San Francisco.
First time I passed one, I feel like.
Oh. Right, I mean, you had to roll another rouse, but why not? But
Yolanda's gonna go feed before the trip.
sure. But first thing after you rouse that morning, as you're coming out of the basement and into the upstairs of your miserable little hovel, you do find Dwight sleeping on the floor in the corner, as well as Harvey's goons, who have been in and out but are a little busy helping Harvey with his work. He has confirmed they'll be here to send you home. But as you're passing through them, just, getting cozy, getting ready to go down for sleep, Conehead speaks up, and they both jerk awake, and I'm sorry, the three of them, the sets jerk awake, and Dwight looks more than a little rattled as he goes, "Holy fuck, holy shit, holy..."
I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder. Some
Oh,
of us have our appearance changed.
that's... Holy fuck, man. Sorry, please, Okay. 'Cause you said sorry, I won't pop your head.
Thank you for not harming him. I hope you can understand his
And
surprise, his first encounter with one of your kind.
Yeah. I'm used to it. Sleep
Now
well, everyone?
Hey. Hey, Conehead. It's been a while.
Yeah. For you. I might have been here yesterday. Might have been stalking you the whole time.
Slept
wasn't.
like the dead.
So, am I cramming into that carriage with you?
I do need to feed before I go.
Probably gonna be sun up by the time we arrive then. Trusting you
Probably.
with my life.
We'll be parked at my store in Sonoma, and we'll walk to the mine when we wake, or take a carriage more likely.
Can you give me a
As long
minute?
as
I need to feed really bad. I don't want to wake up wanting to eat.
Well, hurry up and do it then, ya.
All right, Yolanda's gonna go.
We'll give you 2 hours.
All right, Yolanda's gonna go feed.
So feel free to go try to seduce or persuade someone into going into a room alone with you. It's not the hardest thing in the world.
So, another hunting roll?
Yep.
4 successes.
You're fine. You can go drain 2 hunger off of a guy or gal and come home with 1 hunger. Easy.
Make sure.
I mean, you could also kill someone and go down to 0 if you want, but
Yep. I do make sure to lick the wound.
of course,
And then I
leaving
return
behind your
back.
thoroughly exhausted victim who's hopefully not going to wake up with ammonia or whatever the hell that thing is called.
No bite marks on the neck.
Anemia.
No visible anemia. Right, that's what I was thinking of.
Right,
But
so I do return
you get back. You've already been informed Elena's going to be staying in the city, and that Harvey is as well, but his men will see you home. And you disembark at 9, and anything you say in this long, long carriage ride, in this very cramped carriage between the extremely hefty Conehead and Yolanda, with, little twig Isaiah squeezed in the corner. I don't think I left San Francisco in a century.
It's quite the city, but do you not get bored of it? It's over so long.
The city's not been around a century. It's fucking with you.
Oh.
Yeah. I moved here not by choice. I rarely move by choice. It's kinda what Nos do in the Camarilla. I remember I wasn't embraced, not even a year. Some guy showed up, told me he is a Ventru, he was important. He wanted to know some information, had no idea how the fuck I was supposed to know it, and he made all too clear I would find out, or he would kill me. But, he turns invisible. And back. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not the hardest thing for us to find things out.
Not that hard
Live
for you
in
to get
the...
away from an annoying Ventru, I bet.
No, just live in one crypt or cave or slum for a few years. Go out when people tell you to go out. Find things out that they want you to. And every so often, you get traded away like a serf. Told, go to this city now to pay off this favor I owe to that Ventru. It's a real shit deal, you know.
If you need help getting out of it, just let me know what I can do.
Oh, I'm working on it.
You wouldn't be the first I helped.
So, it's good to have you here. Are the others with
Yeah.
us? Are the others with us or no?
Saldu is, but he's riding on top right now. He wanted to. He seems like he got infatuated with one of Harvey's assistants for whatever reason. Like I said, it's pretty fucking cramped in here with just the three of you.
One of Harvey's assistants is just a goth girl.
Or more interesting than any of you, at least, to this guy. This elder. You know, Saldu's not shitting you. I mean, he really believes the shit he spouts, if nothing else. And he really is almost 1,000 years old.
That was my understanding. He's powerful.
Yeah.
But
And I
worshipping
could
Satan
break him like a
is...
twig. It's weird. It's all that power, and it's all in his voice.
If you snuck up on him, you'd win. If he got the chance to utter an order, he'd probably win.
Mutually assured destruction, kinda. Except, no, because we could, whoever hits first wins.
Yes.
He seems to care, though, about Canaanites, that is.
We're often not the ones that need caring for, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yolanda, how goes your learning to read?
It's going good so far. I'm not there fully yet, but I'm slowly understanding the words. Once I learn the words, I'll be able to learn how to write.
Live 900 goddamn years without ever learning how to read, and I'm not starting now, he calls from above.
It's always, I'm just doing this. I'm learning how to read and write because it might help me in the future.
That's scribe work. It's not for kings. Make a ghoul learn to read for you. By the way, he's not terribly involved. He just shouted that and then went back to chattering with unrelated conversation about his faith to one of Harvey's people.
Isaiah is
shit, did I
largely absorbed in what I imagine is a very ominous-looking book.
Actually a fairly nondescript looking book, believe it or not, but yes. Very dangerous, eerie knowledge in it.
Yes, the hunter, yes. Yes, I must warn you, this hunter is very pompous and he's a bit of a douche. You won't miss him. He has a...
Is he immune to dominate? Isaiah shouts.
I never tried it because I don't want to, because he's staying at my place, and plus I don't know that ability.
Right. Well, if he shows up, if I bump into him and I can't dominate him, I have to kill him. Just be warned.
Well, you're free to, but I don't plan on wanting to draw attention in my establishment, because
The
he's staying
rats...
at my bar, so it's best if you do it out when he's not there. Plus some of
Stay away
my
from your bar then.
The,
children workers have been keeping an eye on him.
Yes, I'll probably stay at one of the brothels.
the rat says that the hunter could kill Tori. Do with that information what you will.
Yeah, he's probably immune to mind disciplines then. Tori could moose him away somehow. Or he has a good daylight attack plan, I don't know.
Well, this hunter could kill the prince.
Yes. You've been spending quite a bit of time with the Prince, Yolanda. What all have you learned
He-
about her?
Well, he and the mayor have been together for nearly 9, is it 500 years or 100 years?
No, she said over a century.
Over a century. He's been with the mayor for a century.
Oh, so he's definitely a ghoul then.
Yes. And they are madly in love.
I mean, you didn't roll an insight or anything, but it certainly appears that way.
No, when you said the way she looked at him.
Yes, that's how it appears. But,
Yeah.
insight, sometimes people lie or feign emotions.
I couldn't read it. I couldn't get a full read on the prince, but she appears to be madly in love with him.
Oh,
And
that's nice.
as I said, I couldn't get a full read on her.
Let you roll retroactively if you want. That's just something I don't like to say make an insight check because then players always assume that the person talking is lying.
No thanks, I won't roll.
You're going to trust your sire. Makes sense.
Yeah. Mala.
Mala. Jesus. How many times am I going to mess that up? Your master, I should just say.
Mm-hmm.
So you say this guy can kill the prince. Wrong voice. You wanna kill Tori?
I don't.
I flick my eyes to Yolanda and then back. Only if
Yeah,
she were a
it's...
threat to us.
I could kill her. Easy. You both thought I know that. But
if
Camarilla would
Bloodhound's in the
notice.
region,
Yeah. Might be more trouble than it's worth,
I don't want to kill the prince. Or I don't want her dead.
Of course you
Of
don't,
course.
Thrall.
Wait, what?
He said, of course you don't, Thrall.
My point is, I just don't want her dead.
Oh, so you have drank her blood then.
I'll need to learn from her. She is my teacher.
Of course.
Plus, having her as my teacher would be very helpful to us.
Of course, of course. Have you...
Shame that no one's around to teach the Giovannis. It's rare knowledge.
Yes. I'm going to ask him to bring a tome. It'll be a good chance, I think.
I was thinking more, grabbing some goodies. Maybe including people while we're in Italy. What you think?
He could possibly take us to one of their libraries. But it's just...
Saldu's got him.
But is there a chance he could drop us somewhere dangerous? That'd be my concern.
Not as long as I got a grip on his neck. And Saldu's the one talking to him.
Well, then let's get both of you whatever it is you could want from them, and then I'll take the books. I don't think they're useful to you.
It's just risk reward. I don't know exactly what you two bring to the table. But if we're poking around at Giovanni Mansion, who knows what's gonna bump into us?
Good point.
I mean, I can smash through a dozen undead easy, but another K-Knight, spirits of some sort, who can say?
If we bring those necklaces, we can keep the spirits at bay. Harvey is also able to hide his presence like you do.
Maybe we can swap tricks. Did he, should have noticed already. It doesn't just make you invisible, also makes you silent. My footsteps are pretty loud when I'm not using it, ain't they? That's not skill.
Oh. As for me, I am lighter than I should be, and my glare can halt someone in their tracks. I have not tried it on a kindred.
It worked on a ghoul, though.
It has worked on a ghoul, though.
It's a crapshoot when you're dealing with someone else special, generally speaking.
I see. Some are likely strong enough then to resist it.
Oh, you are the weakest in the pool. You're barely even a K-Knight, really. Most would call you the weakest bloodline. I wouldn't call you the worst, though. He points at himself.
I am jealous. I wish I could walk around silently like you.
Oh, it comes in handy, especially hunting.
I should ask, how do you go about
What?
your feeding usually? I want to make sure there's no problems at the mine.
There's half 100 homeless folk on a couple of streets that know the only reason they don't get raped and robbed every other night is because I'm watching them. I drink
And
from them.
what will you do while you're in Sonoma? There isn't a large homeless population.
You don't have herds?
I have a few men that won't ask questions because they owe me favors. Not many.
Well, if you're making all this fuss over saving some hostages, you probably don't want me to just break and drink men dry that I find in alleyways either, I reckon.
If you took a sip, I wouldn't be bothered. But don't be leaving around corpses. And don't kill any of my workers, of course.
Knocking someone out is harder than it looks. It's fine. I'll figure it out. I'll even drink from, Seldu if I have to, isn't that right? If you fucking have to.
But, I would have to warn you, Conehead. Just be careful, cause this hunter's very nosy. He's always interrogating.
I'm not
And
the one who has to talk to him.
I just do my best to try to avoid him.
I've been staying at the mine till he leaves for the most part. Now, the
Well,
main
maybe I'll...
factions in Sonoma, Tori runs the brothels. She has control over all of them. Except for Yolanda's. The Chinese are my
It's a tourist
primary
town, makes
business
sense.
partner. They've been handling the
Right.
refining and selling of the silver. Tori also seems to have control of some of the police force, if not all of them, for her to collect snacks.
I would recommend so. Or I would assume so, yes. She controls the police and she controls most of the organized crime through the lecherous businesses. That makes perfect sense. She controls the city and she will grow with it. But, like I said, killing her, more trouble than it's worth, I'd say. At least for now. Especially if we can just get me to have a conversation with her. I have a powerful discipline. People who listen to my powers, they don't even know that's not their own idea.
I'd looked at getting the area around the mine eventually made into its own small town. Perhaps in future I could have you persuade her into agreeing to such a thing.
I'm all for screwing the Camarilla any way I can. It's good. I was wondering how you amassed all that money. It's good you're working with the Chinese, your people and their people. You know, that's how you get a leg up on these stupid Camarilla and their stupid racial caste systems. Why do they keep letting society choose them? It's so goddamn stupid. I mean, for fuck's sake, you're a millionaire and you were probably born a slave. How many other slaves are smart? Wasted out in a field.
More than you would think. But most use all their intelligence to keep their heads down. I was dumb enough to run, and it just happened to work out.
Failed experiments. Failed. Thoroughly.
If
That's
there
before
are
we even
any,
get into the destruction of the earth. God damn it, do they want to live forever or not?
if you come across any
I hate
slaves
them
you
so
help out,
fucking much. But go on.
send them my way. I've been known to help them with their paperwork.
Yeah. Boy, didn't you have a few siblings or something, or cousins, master? Yes, I could probably send letters if. I mean, I know where they are. Well, yeah, you two get on that. Probably best you stay with him over in the city anyway, or else more people will just go barging into my business because I'm walking with a colored kid, and more people will have to go wander off into the wilderness and jump off a bridge or something.
I'll make sure there's a space for you to rest. Most of the workers are either Chinese or colored at the mine. The only one that isn't, I believe, is the barber.
Or met China, man. They don't
If
speak our
there's
language, do they? Or
A couple do, but it is not many of them that know a second language. Would you like to learn a few
no?
words of theirs? I speak it.
No, that's okay. I mean, it'll be interesting to talk to colored people who aren't slaves. I'm excited. Think any of them will? I mean, I imagine they should hate Christianity, right? You think any of them will be interested in the faith?
and additionally, if there's anything I can do for you, Conehead, let me know.
Some
Tell her to help
found
me with
comfort
spreading the
in it.
faith.
Don't what?
Tell her to tell me, tell her to help me spread the faith of the Lightbringer. Stonehead looks at you, Yolanda. Yeah. Do as he says. Since you're
You want
offering.
you want me to ask the prince to help you spread the word about the Lightbringer?
About Satan and the lies of the Camarilla and the Church, yes. About the truth of Canaanite origins. I mean, not your sire, obviously. She's a cam dog. She won't help. But, spreading it around the populace is good too for now.
You mean my mama?
Or your ghouls, just tell everyone. I mean, you can't tell people about kindred and vampires, but you can still spread the faith, Satanism, to mortals to some extent. Master, remember we were talking about that? Yes, that's true.
If this
Oh,
goes well, and I eventually have a township around my mine, you're welcome to build yourself your own church.
Yeah, so we need good security during the day, but I can keep it safe by night. Well done. I was pleased to hear this. Though I'm not staying in Sonoma. I'm not staying anywhere in this state, honestly. As soon as our business is done and I have my boons, it's time to go north, further north. They're more civilized in Canada. And besides, I want to be far outside of that little demon rat's influence. Fuck you too, buddy.
Wait, Rathy's here? Rathy's here?
How many times do I have to tell you guys I'm always listening? He's just calling up from the top of the carriage, by the way.
Oh, hey, Rathy. I didn't hear you.
They mentioned me. Just copping in to tell him fuck you, as one does.
What
So
I do to you?
Saldu,
What I do
So
to
what
you?
what is your opinion on the rat?
Demons are more trouble than they're worth. They get too powerful. I mean,
That's-
he's nothing now. He's just a little vermin rat, but, after he's had a few decades or a few centuries, God forbid, to chug all he wants, he'll be, whew.
I didn't do anything to you, Rathy.
Oh no, I was saying fuck you to Saldu. Jeez, such a uptight.
I see. Thank you, Saldu. You're very insightful.
Well, I know much more than most of you. And, well, I
But
can't say I know more than that rat,
but I'll do what I can. But I'm not sure I want to spread the word on Satan and stuff.
you mean you're scared to? You have your enchanting discipline and your big knockers and your voice. You could go out spreading the message, but you're not going to. Coward.
I'm not a coward. It's just that I don't want to upset my mama.
Yes, I should have figured. Don't drink any more of your blood if you can help it. Believe me, you're better off with your mind being your own.
Mm.
Would you like
I
the
have blood
boy
bonded to
perhaps?
another vampire 4 times, and I sorely regretted it each time.
Would you like to leave your boy behind to manage a church, possibly?
No, the boy can stay during the day. He stays near me for now. He's my apprentice, my current tutor, my current, prospective embrace.
May I ask, how many have you sired?
How many have I given the Dark Lord's true gift? No, you can't.
Very well.
I hear you need permission to do that.
If you're a cam dog, you do. All permission and all rules are only as good as the people who enforce them. With that, I'll say the silence lingers as none of you have much more to say. Saldu returns to his conversing with one of Harvey's men. The Conehead has a manner of zoning out, and he mostly talks about nonsense to Thomas. So I'll remember Uncle Tom if that isn't too horrible to say. Thomas and Conehead talk more than they talk to you for most of the journey. It's a long journey, and as they said, it is like going to be dawn before you get back. So you pile into the crates where you can't fit in the actual proper desk. And when you rouse the next morning, you are indeed in familiar settings. In fact, your crates are not opened, but you can hear, the general traffic of the livery that's just west of your store, Faye. Who pokes their head out first?
Yolanda will poke their head out first.
All clear. You're in the, shut up behind the back building. No real clear line of sight to you.
We made it back home?
Yep.
All right, coast is clear. And Yolanda gets out of the...
Isaiah's gonna let himself out.
And you have your devil sight on, I assume, because it's real dark out.
Yeah.
All right.
Next time, can you find a bigger barrel for me? It was a little tight squeeze in there, if you know what I mean.
Well, I appreciate getting the carriage, but I should go look for an easy meal. And he turns.
The carriage was fine. It's just that the barrel hiding in.
Right.
Then bring a larger barrel for yourself.
Oh, you want to throw a rouse?
Yeah, you should, because it is now, what day was it? The 29th of March.
I'm going to speak with Maria and then head up to the mine.
And actually, Isaiah, as soon as you walk out from just around the corner and look in the area, for a moment, you wonder if you're in the right place, because it looks different. Your shop is closed and looks familiar, but next door, instead of the usual place, there's a whole ass smithy built beside it, complete with an anvil, a forge in progress, and the bar across the street is also no longer a bar. It looks like it's being renovated.
Oh. She's got to work already.
And when you go inside, Maria is still up. It's only like 7:30. You see that she is dressed in a very nice and definitely new silk night robe of a purple reddish color, and looking fairly well rested. Isaiah.
How are you doing? I see you've made quite a bit of progress.
Yeah, I mean, man, money's like magic, they say, huh? I haven't even used half of it, and we already got a gunsmith next door in the works, and, well, across the street, we're just mostly gonna have a barracks of personal guards. Oh, I also hired 4 more guards.
Good on ya. I purchased an apartment complex and a few other buildings in San Francisco.
Yeah, I mean, it's just printing money, basically, right? Once you got the people paying you rent.
Yes. I'm hoping to have things settled soon with the mine, so it won't need as constant of attention. But I needed to apologize to you.
Yeah, it's alright. I know this whole thing is weird. You got some weird disease, and
But how I snapped at you last time, that wasn't right.
Right. I know you didn't mean it, though. I know it's like I said, you're sick. Speaking of, I should warn you that a lot of this stuff we're getting done in town is thanks to the Kings. We're still working pretty close with them. A woman can't do everything, even with money. She has to.
That's fine. Their
I got
lawyer
our
they
people
got
in
on.
employee positions for the stores and stuff, though. But what's going?
Their lawyer, the white man that works for them, is in the town. He'd be a good resource if you need anything, really.
Oh yeah, no. I haven't met him, but I did see the guy. He's gonna be the mayor of your new little town, huh?
If things go well.
Maybe he should learn how to fucking... Oh, no, I shouldn't say that. She doesn't really know him. But is there anything Yolanda does immediately with like her first hour getting back to town?
Yeah, she'll check on her business real quickly.
You find Smoking Fox is still awake fairly early in the evenings. Like, oh, you're back. Wonderful.
How's business been?
Oh, perfectly well. Restaurant is quite busy, turning a steady profit. The other business, that's also doing well. Most of the girls are booked. Well, not every night. That woman from Warm Chocolate, the other brothel that the mayor's wife sent, she insists that they can't take a new customer until they've had one customer for at least a week, just to watch for illness and such. But
Okay, as long as business is going good.
yeah, a few
No,
regulars, and definitely making good money.
no trouble.
A few drunks and such, but nothing the bouncers couldn't handle.
Okay, how's our special guest?
Vonderbright, the hunter.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, to my knowledge, he hasn't found anything yet. I don't know how he's still alive, the way he throws money around and walks around all night.
All right.
I figured someone was just going to kill him and rob him sooner or later.
Okay. But just a heads up, you're free to upgrade this place however you wish.
We could use more rooms, I suppose. It's still rather cramped in the basement with all the families.
Yeah, upgrade this place however you want, but make sure you leave some a very private room for me.
I'll always keep a room for you, miss. Don't worry.
All right, I need to write a letter. So Yolanda gives her a smile and will write a letter to the prince telling her that this hunter could kill her if she tries to use her charm and stuff.
Right, go ahead and pass on that information.
And she will send it to one of the high. She'll give it. She'll ensure that it's sent off to one of the brothels in
Sure,
the
you just
city.
sent it by trusted messenger, personal messenger to her house. Or wherever.
Yeah, she said I could get a message through one of the high brothels.
Right. So you send that over to Foreign Delights or some shit, and they're going to sell off and they'll get the message to her,
Yeah,
But
I
one
do
other
this.
thing, actually, on Isaiah's side of the start of the night, Thompson does come in and meet Maria, and seems immediately sheepish and quiet. Doesn't really want to talk to her. Looks flustered a little. Who's this?
This boy is an apprentice of a friend.
Yes, hello. Master has the same dark gift as your friend Isaiah here. You met another one of your kind, huh?
Yes.
And you brought him back, or you brought his kid back, or...
They're here to help with someone threatening the mine.
Oh. Okay, well, I'll defer to your judgment. And he's to what? He's just sleeping here? I mean, we could set up your room if you're not, or...
Yes, he can use
put a
my
car
room in
behind
the upstairs. He is fine in the daylight. He'll be about at all times, really.
Yeah, no, I can walk by day still. And with that, she shows him upstairs, gets to their sleeping arrangements, as your night has just begun, and it is to be done. But that seems like a good place to call the session.